Hello, buddy, and a very warm welcome to another exciting episode of Ask the Accountant Pitstop podcast here at Manchester. It's sunny, it's lovely, and we've had some amazing guests coming along. We've got, now? 3 more guests, including this one. So if you already like this content, you're in the right place to make sure you like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and you'll get amazing content like this one. So first of all, Gavin, who are you? Why are you here?
Hi, I'm Gavin Spencer. I run an accounting practice called Beach Accountants. I'm doing a lot of work on sustainability, and I've therefore been to the Sustainability Suite this morning. I'm doing a talk this afternoon on sustainability also.
Amazing. So what's your talk going to be about?
Primarily, it's about how accountants and bookkeepers can generate more money through sustainability.
Amazing.
But my take a little bit on it is more about the type of client that you get rather than it being specifically for an element of piece of work that you get from sustainability.
Love that. Nice one. So you mentioned as well you did part of the panel or part of the group beforehand. So just explain to the audience a little bit what you were doing then with that sustainability beforehand.
Sage have just released Sage Earth and therefore have sponsored a part of the sustainability suite here. And therefore what I was then doing was welcoming people, talking a little bit about some of the sustainability work we do, but also what they can bring into their accounting practice.
Amazing. And how did that go? Did you enjoy it? Did you get a lot of conversation out of it?
I was to be there for 2 hours and I had to then remove myself after 2.5 because I then realised that I was over my time. But I can talk a lot.
But I think more importantly, what that's showing is there's an appetite for it, right? Because if you were there for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it shows that people wanting to listen, right?
Sustainability's built for accountants and bookkeepers. It's all about numbers, it's all about analysis, and all about software. And they are the 3 things that we are all good at.
Yeah.
And on a client perspective, we're the most trusted advisors they've got.
Yeah.
And therefore, if they need sustainability report or carbon report for their supply chain or something else, then who else would you come to but your accountant? Because they know that it's going to be right and we know what we're talking about. So, I think there's a good appetite right now for it.
And it's really interesting that someone as big as Sage has got involved, right? Like, you could almost see a niche product coming up and, people elevating to that. But it's really impressive that Sage got involved, haven't they? It was an acquisition, wasn't it, that they got in?
They built it.
Oh, really?
They have. Speaking to their designer this morning on it. I mean, I haven't been involved in it by that, but you're right. Up to now, we've been relying on apps and stuff like that. And I know Xero had bought an app in to do that, to partnership with them. But this is the first time an accounting software company such as Sage has gone down this route. It's early days for it, and we'll see how that does. But what it's all of a sudden done is opened the doors to an awful lot of accountants to use a sustainability tool that they weren't aware of before. And as long as the right training's there, I think that could really, really make a big difference. And certainly in one of my talks before is I say that sustainability is a golden ticket for accountants.
Yeah.
We're all talking about AI. And what I say is that, yes, AI is looking to the future, but we're only going to have a future if we look after what we've got now. And therefore 100%. On sustainability. And therefore my take on it is if you're going to do AI, put it in sustainability because they're the 2 middle letters.
I like that. I love that a lot. Well done. So this event, Manchester, lovely sunny day, as I've already alluded to. What do you feel like this event? Do you go to many events? Do you try and get to all of them? Do you only go to it? Where does Manchester sit for you?
I do try to come to as many as I can. I think it's sometimes difficult to manage them all. But what I like about the Manchester one is that it's busy but not too busy. Accountex London day 1 is just manic. And you end out not getting to hear the talks that you want to because it's oversubscribed on it. Although this year they've brought in the microphones, so that the headphones, so that you can just wander around and listen to the talks as you go on. Now that's positive for the listener. But for the speaker, that's a little bit harder because we don't know how many people is really listening to our talk. My concern is through time that might be a little bit more demoralizing rather than anything else. So maybe we've got to do something where there's a way that it'll show the number on, because I think that inspires you when there's more people listening than you think.
Yeah, definitely. I've not really thought about it. I also feel like you don't get quite the same reaction back. You know, it's slightly delayed, isn't it? But yeah, I'm all up for it though.
Yeah, it's like when we first started talking on Zooms and Teams.
Yeah.
And you go, well, we like face-to-face because we can see the reactions differently.
Exactly right.
And that's similar, but it's about getting used to it, isn't it? Because ultimately, when we jump onto Zoom or Teams now, it's natural because we're on it that much these days.
Yes,
and
exactly
therefore the
right.
conversations can be more natural. And therefore I think maybe more people doing podcasts or stuff like that will then help them develop. But it's all about then putting new people on the stage as well. And, some people feel daunted with a big audience.
Yeah.
Other people kind of would prefer it so that you've got a bit of backup as such.
Love that. So with this event, what have you been looking forward to? Is there anything that you've really think maybe it's already happened, maybe it's or maybe you should talk coming up? What is it about this event that you've been really looking forward to?
Well, sustainability is my big thing in my accounting practice.
Yeah.
And outside that, I run a sustainability farm, just my wife and I. So, to hear that people like Sage are going to do something like this was inspiring on me. For the last two years prior to this, I've always done the sustainability talk and pulled the audience together. So it was then nice to just be part of a panel rather than organize a panel this time. So I think that's what inspires me. It's the area I'm in, and the area I really enjoy on the sustainability side. That was the parts I was looking forward to, but it's also going around and just seeing the familiar faces of the people that you know and the software you use.
Yes.
And I think the difference in Manchester is that it might not have the volume of new people in terms of their apps and stuff that you get in Accountex London, but because it's that little bit quieter, you get a time to then talk about them and get to know the product that bit better. Rather than, do you know what, we'll catch up on our Teams later.
Yeah, it makes sense. From an event like this, where, I mean, and you've said before, right, that you go to quite a few events, or as many as you can, right? But how do you make sure you take action from it, right? Because we all know the time investment, the cost investment, everything else. And especially for people you may be in the audience who've not ever been to one, like listening in, is there any tips you've got that you've learned over the time to say, right, this is how I make sure that I've got the most out of an event?
As accountants, we always plan.
Yes.
And if you come to an event like this and not plan, then you'll wander around and leave having a great day, but actually achieve nothing.
Yeah.
And what we then forget, this is 7 hours of our work time, and that we could be in front of our office, and therefore we need to be able to walk away with something from it. And therefore, always planning. Planning's everything.
Yes.
Check out the talks, see what ones you want to go to and what will help your business, and therefore mark them down, on your phone or whatever else, so it rings. Go through the vendors, check out who you want to see if there's anything new that would help your business, but also speak to the people you already use, because building relationships is everything. I think that's important, and certainly, for example, on here in with Xero, my account manager said, I see you're coming, look forward to catching up with you. With doing that, you're then building the relationships that you need to.
Yeah.
And that's important because they're the people who will help you drive your business forward.
I love that. And it seems to me that you're quite passionate about this industry, and especially now you've got sustainability as well, and you're bringing that to it as well. And I love the fact that the story that it's not just sustainability for your practice, but also you've got it in your real life as well, right? And move from there. But when you think of this industry, it's obviously an industry that you are passionate about. What is it that makes you passionate about this industry? What's that fire in the belly?
At 14-year-old, I wanted to be an accountant. I've always loved numbers. I had a choice of either being a chef or an accountant. Now, don't get me wrong, my wife always wished I would have been a chef because I never cook as much as I should do. But never mind. Somebody had said and sold it to me was, if you're an accountant, you can afford to be a chef anytime. And therefore, went down that route at that age and did everything in the accountants industry. I've never worked outside of it. And therefore set up my own practice of Peach Accountants in 2012. Every day is a new day.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter the level you are in a practice, you will always learn something new. You will always help a client somewhere. Part of life is about ensuring that people get a better life standard, then that's really good. And I had a client who came from a very council rough estate. And he came to me and he said, I've got an idea, but I don't know if it'll work.
Okay.
So we went through it, and and he even said, you know what, for a little while, Gavin, you kind of coached me, even though I probably should have charged him a coaching rate because I didn't. And then he had his business up for sale for 30 million. And when you go, he came from something of something small and had an opportunity to make the life change. If only I'd invested in them shares, I'd have been so much better. But that would have probably been not correct thing to do. And I think when you've got stories like that, then that's what makes a difference. And it's about then understanding your numbers. And another story I've got is that a client came and they hadn't done accounts for 3 years. And we know how rare that is in any circumstances.
Yeah.
But they clearly had problems with wherever they had been previously, had talked to HMRC and had got an agreement for us to do the 3 years at once. And I can tell you, their business was doing really well. And all of a sudden, it just dropped off a cliff. And it went really, really rock bottom. And then they were coming back out. They were halfway back out of their troubled times. So I'd met the client for 20 minutes, went through things, off they went, and then prepared their accounts. And when they came back, I sat there and said, what a journey you've been on. And I turned to one of the partners in it and I went, you went for a part-time job for 16 hours a week. And you did that for 4 months. And they looked at me and said, yeah, you're right. And one of the owners of the business turned around and said, you know what? You've talked to me as if you've known me for every step of the way for 3 years. Yeah, I've known you for 20 minutes, and I don't understand how you know that.
Yeah.
And I said, it's in your numbers. And he said, no, they're just numbers. And I said, no, every number is a story, and you've got that story. And they went, do you know what? That story that you've told me is just so accurate. And that's what an accountant should be in the respect an accountant gets, is that we know things in numbers that are far beyond what most people can understand.
I love that. And it's about those stories, right? Those stories of what drives us and what keeps us going. So that's what you love about the industry. What don't you love so much about the industry? What keeps you up at night? What do you wish would change in the industry?
The lack of movement in sustainability.
Yeah.
It's something so important, and yet so many accountants and bookkeepers are not taking it serious. And I said before, it's made for us, but we aren't doing enough. The world's expanding in people. We're expanding in use of vehicles and stuff like that, but we aren't combating it.
Yeah.
And we aren't combating it quick enough. And that's what keeps it awake at night. And you might say, well, why do you go down that route? Because at the end of the day, it's only just a part of what we do. But the reality is I've got 2 young children.
Yeah.
And I want them to have the opportunity to have a life that is natural and normal, and we're not then relying on synthetic stuff all the time. We ended out buying a farm for a sustainability project. A few circumstances behind it, but don't worry about that. But when we were there was no wildlife, there was no birds, there was no insects and stuff like that. And I think that's what shocked me. And what we then did was went and changed a lot of things that we had at the farm. We went and planted hedgerowing, we planted flowers in some of the fields and birdseed and stuff like that. For us to now have the highest bird population that go through our area. And we've got some rare birds that come through and everything else. But always be careful what you wish for, because when you take your dogs for a walk, you also can be eaten alive by midges. Nature bites back sometimes.
Yeah.
But so what would I like to change in the world? It would be us taking it a little bit more serious. But I am no tree hugger. I like my fun stuff. And we mentioned before, I love motorsport, and I don't see why I wouldn't go and do it and enjoy it. But as long as I do my carbon reduction behind that, then I feel I'm justifiable. Life isn't about not having fun.
Yeah, 100%. What I like about you is you've got that you've got that balance, haven't you? Where you want to make sure you have the fun, but at the same time, you know what's important. And like you said about AI, right? Like, it gives you a chance to make sure that you've put it there first. So I love that. If I gave you a time machine today, and with that time machine, you could go back 12 months or further if you need to. Think about a piece of technology, an app, a gadget, something that you're using at this point in time that you think you wish you'd known sooner. and you wish you could go back to your past self and make use of it earlier, is there anything that you're using at this point in time that you wish you'd known before?
I don't think we can get past something like Dext. And yes, I would have liked that right from the start. I started my business in 2012 as a traditional accounting practice, as a lot of businesses were.
Yeah.
And that part at that point in time would have changed things dramatically. It just stopped so much analysis work, and you just let technology deal with it. Dext, auto entry, whatever that angle is, had that been available right at the start, and it probably was available, but an awareness of it.
Yeah.
And certainly at its capacity that it does now, would really help.
Right, we're up to the part of the talk now where we're going to go through, and I got 5 cards in front of me. And with these 5 cards, you're going to be able to ask me yes or no questions. So we're going to play our famous Top Trump Guess Who game. You're allowed to ask me yes, no questions. I can obviously answer yes or no to them. And you're allowed to pass at any point. If you do pass, though, that's a 1-minute penalty.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle on this, Annie.
I don't know. I've got faith in you. I've got faith in you.
Yeah, I don't
Now,
really
before we go any further, here's our current leaderboard. Is there anyone on that leaderboard that you would like to beat?
Oh, Billy's high in second. Oh, that's a nightmare. I'm now going to aim high and go for Bev Flanagan because she's second bottom. So I'm going to go for Bev because I've got a lot of time for her.
Brilliant. All right, okay. Without further ado, ask me your questions in 3, 2, 1. Ask away.
Is it a female?
No.
Do they have a dyed colour hair?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's not much hair there anyway. Especially on the top.
So it's somebody who's not got a lot of hair. Okay. Do they wear glasses?
Yes.
Do they have a beard?
Yeah.
Are they an accountant?
Yeah, they're accountant.
Okay. Oh, not
But at
software.
least they're in an accounting firm.
Okay. It's not me, is it? Phew. Thanks goodness for that, because I've got more hair than just a little bit. That was my concern. I'm struggling on here. Accountant firm who's got
Always
a
useful
beard.
to ask, like, maybe
What
if they're at
part-
the event. That sort of thing.
Okay. Are they from the northeast of England? Okay.
They're more north. Very much more north.
Scotland?
Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely know him.
I definitely know them.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, even worse. Oh, you'll kill me now.
They're in a stand over there. They're not just accountant. They also have a software as well. It might be involved in this podcast as well.
I don't know his name then.
Joanne. No worries.
Yeah, I knew it was Joanne.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Right, next one. Go for it.
Aaron.
I was one of them, so you can have that one. Right.
Yeah, I'll
You've
go
got
for
3
that.
more to go. Right, you've 3 more to go.
Female.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that. Are they at Accountex?
They are, yeah, I've seen them today, yeah.
Okay. Do they have an accounting firm?
They did, but they sold it.
They sold it. Alex Falcon. Oh, no,
I
she
don't
hasn't
think
sold
she sold
it.
it.
I don't think she sold it. Don't tell her. I spoke to her earlier as well. She'll kill us. Does she have blonde hair?
No.
Is it a small accounting firm?
It was smallish, but yeah, she did well with it.
Okay.
And she sold it to someone we've already spoke about.
I don't know.
No? You've already mentioned her today in this pod.
Give me a hint.
She's now doing more consulting and community building. You said you've got a lot of time for her. You might want to beat her on this score. You might be trying to beat her score.
Well, Bear Flanagan.
Yeah!
Ooh, come on. How did I know that? I should have just said, does she wear purple? I would easier, guy.
Exactly. Well, next one.
Oh, 2 more, and that's female.
Is it female? No.
Okay. And do they have an accounting firm?
No.
No, I didn't think they would have. Do they work for an accounting software firm?
Yes.
They do. Chris Downing.
Yes, well done. Smash that one. But 1 more to go. We're going to make this easier for you. This isn't a male or female.
Is it a software?
No. You definitely know this.
Pitstop?
You can see this. Where is the pit stop?
Accountex North.
Accountex North. Well done. That's it. Stop the clock there. 4 minutes 33, which means the most important bit of news for you is that you absolutely destroyed Bev.
Thank goodness for that, but thanks Bev for being in it.
1 minute 30 before us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You could have skipped
Aaron,
if you were
I'm going to admit,
fine.
one, that was a huge amount of
Absolutely fine.
pressure. Secondly, that was hard work.
Well, maybe next time you could do a bit more squatting on it.
I should listen to what I've already said as well, because that would have helped as well.
Okay, you've got that one, that one, that one, that one. You've got any camera you think of. I want you to go and plug away, please.
Hi, I'm Gavin from Beach Accountants. If you're thinking of doing sustainability in any shape or form, if you're thinking of doing B Corp and you need advice and guidance, then I can provide that as an accounting firm. If you have clients who need carbon reporting but don't know how to do it, we can do it for you under a subcontract basis, or I'll just show you the ways in the world of sustainability. Come visit my farm, have a look at the projects that we do and why we do it, and bring sustainability to the fore of accounting industry, because we need it. We need it to make the future a better place for the next generation.
There we have it. Thank you so much, Gavin. Thank you for coming along. Now, if you want to listen to more information about the world of podcasting and accounts and all that sort of stuff, you're in the right place. Make sure you like, subscribe, and everything else that comes with it. Thank you very much, Gavin. Thank you for coming on our wonderful podcast. I've really learnt a lot. So thank you very much. If there's any more information you want about this, then please make sure you like and subscribe. We've got more content coming your way, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again, Gavin. Thank you.
Thank you.